Guess it was a sloppy day, Beth, huh, for people outside.
Okay, Gloria, you're live.
Oh, great. Thanks, Greg. I'll call the Upper Arlington Public Library Board of Trustees meeting of Tuesday, December 1st, 2020 to order. We have a consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve?
Moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? I know we have a resolution to thank Shaheen Shore, am I saying that correctly, Beth? For service to the library on retirement. So we appreciate all that. It's a man, correct? No, it's a woman. Oh, I'm terrible, sorry. We appreciate all the service that she has given to the library. And how many years was that, Beth?
14, correct, Kate? Right? Yeah, 14 years. She was our media manager in our technology department. Incredible manager. She will be missed very much.
Oh, yes. Well, we certainly appreciate our all the service and work that she has done at the library over the years, and wish her well. Any other discussion? Anything else the staff wants to add about her? I feel badly. I should have looked that up before. Okay. Any other discussion? If not, all in favor of the consent agenda indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed? The motion passes on the consent agenda. No public that I see. We'll have the assistant director's report. Kate?
Okay, thanks, Gloria. Just wanted to mention closing some different days this December. Since this isn't a normal year, when you look down through the holidays, we plan to close on Saturday the 26th and Saturday January 2nd this year. And I just wanted to, I know that discussion has come up a while ago, and just wanted to remind the board that would be different. These are not paid days, but that would be, then there would be a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday closing for both of those weekends. And the other thing is New Year's Eve. Typically we close to the public on 3 p.m. that day. This year we're proposing 2 o'clock in our current service model. That gets us time to get all our stuff cleaned up and be ready to go. And that's what we've been doing all along here. So I just wanted to get those out there and to make sure you are all aware before we would actually publicize this. So that was it.
Excuse me.
Thank you, John.
Okay, great. Thank you, Kate, for reminding all of us of those changes in the schedule. Anything else? Okay, thank you. Then I'll turn to Beth for your report.
So as you know, the Franklin County Health Advisory has gone from a level 3 to a level 4. Just as we did previously, we consulted with our circulation staff and our public services staff and our administrative team and the board in preparation for knowing we were going to go to a level 4 and what types of service that we were going to be able to provide. Then the governor had also, it's not a stay-at-home order, it's a stay-at-home advisory, which is a little bit different. So with all of those things into consideration, we decided to expand our curbside services from 10 to 1 Monday through Saturday here at the main library, continue with our Lane Road walk up. When I wrote this report, we actually ended up changing plans again and not using the atrium and only using our lobby. Today, with all of the snow, we just discussed as a team, you know, what types of weather are we going to shield our staff from? And unfortunately, without our canopy and our tent that we'd had planned, without heat and without adequate lighting out here at curbside, and with an inch of snow on the ground, we really didn't feel that it was safe for our staff to provide curbside. So right now we're doing walk-up pickup, which is where patrons will come into our lobby, only 3 at a time, socially distanced, and we will pull their items for them and put them on the table. We're in discussions on whether or not this is the most sustainable model, whether or not we can acquire additional items to make curbside safer for staff, that there's a way that we could do curbside that's a little bit safer for staff where they're not standing outside for long periods of time. So those are ongoing discussions, but just in general, we are still providing service 10 to 7 at Main Library and Lane Road, and are still in discussions on what to do at Miller Park.
Okay.
That's really all I have for my update.
Okay. Could I ask a question about if we are going to try to do anything outside, and if you needed heaters or I don't know, whatever. I mean, can that come out of the PPE monies? It can.
Yeah, actually, Greg, do you want to talk about that a little bit, or Lori?
Sure. Actually, we were just outside testing our new propane heaters earlier. So yeah, we were able to use some of our grant funding there to secure things like propane heaters, and both the pop-up canopies that we used over the summer times, as well as kind of a more robust option that we're exploring to give us a little bit more flexibility right now. And in fact, the sort of larger awning that we intend to permanently construct along the driveway as well. So thankfully, yes, that's all been grant funded.
Yeah, we're very, very fortunate to have those funds. That's paying for pretty much most of the initiatives that we're trying to pursue for this. So.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Anything else right now, Beth?
Nope, that's pretty much it.
Okay, then we'll go on to Finance Committee, and Lori, I'll recognize you first.
Well, as we are approaching year end, it's time to start planning for next year's finances. So tonight we are going to pass a number of resolutions that will set the wheels in motion for our finances for next year. We're going to look at a tax advance resolution. This will authorize me to request drawdowns from the county auditor on our tax settlements. I generally invest this money in Star, Ohio until we need it, but we do usually tap that money as we need it as we're waiting on the settlements to come in. Also this evening, we're going to look at approving a one-time payment to the staff. This was discussed with the Finance Committee, and we agreed on a 1.5% of annual salary to our full-time employees and a one-time payment of $200 to all our part-time staff. This was seen as a way to restore some of the monetary loss that the staff has suffered this year. They did give up a lot. We are going to save close to $500,000 in salaries and benefits, and this one-time payment will only cost us about $44,000. Also, we are going to approve the pay ranges for next year. Those ranges do not include any salary increases, but we have budgeted for a 2.5% increase for next year. But the Finance Committee, we decided we'd wait until maybe we got into the first quarter to see where we are, what our financial position is due to the uncertainty of the pandemic. And we're worried about where the PLF will go. So we decided to hold on that, but we have budgeted for it. And lastly, we are going to pass our permanent appropriations. They total about $6.6 million. This may be a wish list. We're going to continue to monitor our spending and not make any large purchases until we're certain where our finances stand. Any questions?
Anyone have a question? Do you want to go ahead? Should we go ahead and vote on these now, Lori? I know
Kevin, did you want to go over the committee notes?
You want to do?
Can we do that?
Sure. Yeah, I'll just give the highlights. I mean, we
Okay.
the Finance Committee did meet on Wednesday, the 18th. We spent most of our time talking about the one-time payment to employees and the budget. And we went through all of the resolutions that are being proposed today, and the Finance Committee supports all of those.
All right, great. Thank you very much, Kevin and Lori. Okay. Do I have a motion for the tax advance request resolution?
So moved.
And a second? Did I hear that?
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? Any other discussion? Any questions for Lori? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The motion passes. The next resolution is the one-time payment to staff for this extraordinary year. Do I have a motion?
Moved. Second.
Any discussion? I would just say I appreciate very much the Finance Committee working with Lori on this and Beth. I think it's most deserved, and I wish we could do more actually. But you know, I hope the staff knows how much we appreciate the stress that this year has been, and that they continue to try to provide service and do provide service for our community. So we're very appreciative. Okay, anything else anybody has? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. The next resolution is the 2021 pay ranges resolution, with the understanding that we have set aside, we plan to do 2.5% increase, but we'll wait on that until we get into the year a little bit. Do I have a motion?
Moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. And the next motion is the 2021 appropriations resolution. Do I have a motion?
Moved.
Second.
And did I hear a second?
Yes, second.
Oh, thank you. Any discussion?
I would just say
We
that,
trust the Finance Committee.
I'm sorry.
Hmm.
I just wanted to say that this has been a really challenging year in terms of budgeting, and I want to recognize Lori and her team, and really the leadership team of the library, for doing a really outstanding job trying to wrestle down a moving target, basically. But I feel like we're in good shape going into 2021, and I just want to recognize all of their efforts in getting us there. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you, Kevin. Anyone else? Hearing no further discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? That motion passes. Okay. Thank you. And I would just echo Kevin's appreciation as well. The Operations Committee, Peter, do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure, you've got your meeting notes in your packet from both the October 6th and the November 3 meeting. On October 6th, most of our discussion was on the reopening and how things are going logistically. We also talked briefly about the levy and report that the library's health insurance premiums will increase by 5%. On the 3rd of November, we again talked about the opening plans and the hours, obviously a big topic of conversation. Beth reported that we'd receive the final drawings for the early learning play area, and that installation is going to begin next month, which is exciting. And then we talked about a minor change that's going to be proposed to the library standards of patron conduct to include a requirement that patrons abide by all safety guidelines to incorporate essentially COVID and other healthcare issues that may come up.
Okay. Am I still? Yeah. Thank you, Peter. And we have this resolution before the board. It is a resolution to update the standards for patron conduct policy. Do I have a motion?
Moved.
Second.
Any other discussion? If not, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed? The motion passes. And thank you, Kate, in particular, I think, for, seeing that this had become sort of an issue with the staff and bringing it to our attention. Okay. I don't think I really have anything other than just to echo our appreciation to the staff for all that they've been through, and particularly to the leadership team, because it seems to me that you people have to make changes just about daily. So, I commend you. And I know, we all are seeing that, it's taking a toll on people who are working everywhere, but particularly for people in the public sector, and our healthcare workers, teachers, and certainly in our library. So, this is a treasured institution in this community, and we so appreciate you continuing to try to be there for our patrons as much as you possibly can and be safe with our staff members. So again, I just, want to say thank you for that. Then anyone else have anything else? Okay, we need to go into an executive session, and I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. And Allison, I think you call the roll now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So in order to go into an executive session to discuss the employment of a public employee, I will do a roll call vote. Please say aye if you agree to go in. Gloria?
Aye.
Peter?
Aye.
John?
Aye.
Bill?
Aye.
Kevin?
Aye.
Stephen?
Aye.
Kate?
Aye.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Allison. So Greg, you want to explain what we're doing? We're going to go into a breakout room, correct?
Right. So we're actually going to leave the live stream running, but the board will move into a breakout room. So you'll be able to discuss what you need to discuss in privacy. And then when you've concluded your discussion and we want to rejoin the regular board meeting, all you'll need to do is tell the Zoom app that you want to leave the breakout room, and then you'll automatically come back here. And as you start to do that, I can sort of force that along too. So don't fear, you won't be stuck over there. We can pull you back into the main meeting at that point too. So during that time, the administration staff will continue to be in the main meeting. The live stream will be running, so we'll probably just turn our cameras off during that time. So it's our first time doing this, but we've tested it, so we're feeling okay about it. So we'll see how.
So you'll move us
so.
to the break Greg, you'll move us to the breakout room?
That's correct. Yeah, you're about to get a pop-up telling you that you're about to move to the breakout room, and you'll have the option to do that. So that'll happen here in just a moment.
Oh, your class. Yeah. Okay. I will come back later. Turn the sound off. And
Ah,
We're back from the wormhole.
I'm back. I'm not in cyberspace.
You made it, Bill. We all made it.
Press my luck. But
Okay. All right. Well, thanks to all the staff for hanging in there and waiting for us. I think if there's no further business, and I'll just be in touch with you, Beth, okay? You know, just to kind of clarify some of your goals and things. Peter and I'll talk with you some. Okay, I mean, we've done this talk earlier, but a little bit more specific. Okay, I think if there's nothing else other than to say to all of you, thank you again and have a wonderful December and holiday season.
do we need a motion to adjourn?
Yeah, we need a motion to adjourn.
Move.
Second.
Okay, if there's no discussion, all in favor? I mean,
Aye.
Aye.
opposed? Okay, I think we're